Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Learner and my name is Teza. Creative Learner is a great place to learn tips and tricks for Photoshop, Illustrator. So today's tutorial will be Illustrator After Effects, how to track motion, and then we will learn the callout design. So let's take a look what we are going to create. So as you can see on my screen, so we will have this highway traffic, the video that you might be capturing with the drone, and then we want to make some tracking and then call out design just like that. So there will be many things to talk about it, but let's get into Illustrator. So to get started, so as you can see on my screen in Illustrator, so I have like the background picture. I put the real movie background because the video background should have it. If not, our designing might not be look good on it, so that you can, maybe you want to check your color, or maybe you want to see some contrast for it so that you are more clear for it. So now I have the design. I have been sharing for the how to prepare the animation element in Illustrator, and then you know that the Illustrator is good for MoGraph as well. So I separated all the layer, so individual layer. So what you can see is I have done this text here, and then after that I have this yellow box, the panel, and then there will be a sound panel and this line coming out, and then one circle, the dot, just like that. So that will be my call out idea. So it will depends on you. Whatever you want, you can design anything, but the procedure will be, you make sure that you separate and keep it all the individual layers, and then after that, so that you can animate and then import it to After Effects. Okay, so once you have done designing everything, so what you will do is save the file. Don't worry the background layer including, because we have keep it individual, so we can delete it in After Effects. So I will just simply save the file, make sure you know the file location. So after that, launch your AE, After Effects, and then locate your AI file. So that will be here, and then just bring out your AI into like project panel. So click and drag it. Use the composite and then document size. Click OK, like so. So after that, just now, we have this motion tracking thing. So what we need is load your video as well. Same thing to project panel. Click and drag it. But you can motion track it anything. Let me open this thing first. But today, if you double click this thing, that will be your video will be in HD size. But I want to keep my social media size. That will be 1080. So to do that, I will close this panel here, the window. What I will do is take a new composition here. So I will name it like a motion tracking. So motion tracking, and then I will keep it 1080 because I want to keep it like important to like uploading to my social media. So I will click OK, and then that will be new composition will appear. After that, what we will do is click and drag your video into this composition. So it will be just like that, up and down. Is there will be a gap and not like the fitting to the size, but doesn't you can it will depends on your video. You can track it anything, maybe like some like whatever video. Maybe you have a car, not this view, maybe like a different perspectives. So that will depends on you, or even you can track it like a ski, or like skateboarding, whatever it is. So just load it like that. If you see the size is not fitting, in After Effects, what we can do is just click and drag, so you can fit it like that, and then press Shift. So that will be holding Shift will be squeeze, and you will enlarge proportionally. But the other way to do in After Effects is right click on that video, that will be transform, and then you can choose like fit to come with or fit to come high. So that will be very fast and very accurate. I will keep it high, so that way your video is proportionally fit to the height, and then that will scale it proportionally, so that I don't have to worry it will be script big or enough or not. So that is fitting automatically. and then after that you can move left to right, so it will depends on you, but I will keep it my like I will keep it like that. So that will be my like video like laying on the composition. So if you press the space bar, so that we are seeing our video is playing back. So that will be how we set up first. So that will be our first step. And then I am not going into the callout yet, so you can double click the callout. So there will be nothing. I am starting doing it now yet, but I will start with the tracking in the video. So in the the composition, the timeline window, I will keep it like our size to this way, so that we can shorten the size. Maybe what if 8 seconds, so that it will depends on you. I can make it shorten the thing, but when you track it, the tracker will be go until the end. What I mean is that whatever the frame just now, you see that this way, it will track it all the way to the end, but doesn't matter, we will keep it like 8 seconds, so that, and then I will press N and then right click and then trim come to work area. So now we have shorten the work area, so that it will make us much easier. So to track the video, in After Effects there is like 3D tracking and then 2D tracking, motion tracking a lot, but what you must do is you have to double click for your motion tracking. It's not 3D, so that will be you can click on here or on this composition view. So double click on the video and then it will bring a pop up new view just like me. So that is a layer view. So on that layer only, what you can do is track the motion. So once you double click it and then go to your the right panel, if you don't see it, you can bring the motion tracker here as well. So if I have it this one, like here will be a motion. Now we have do the tracker here. So already check. If uncheck it, that will be disappear. If you don't see it, you can check it, so that will appear again. So now we have pop the tracker panel here. So once you have entered into layer view and then tracker is already activated, so the first thing what you need to do is you can click on the track motion. Track camera is a 3D thing, but I will be explaining maybe next tutorial. So today will be track motion. Click on that. Once you click it, on our screen, the two boxes appear just like that. There will be a name and then the box appear just like that. So when the track point appear, this track point is like origin to set, so that will be where you want to capture the motion. So if you want it on the green bus, so that will be moved to your track point to the green. So if not, if you want it going into the white one, so you can come into the white tracker here, so just like that. So but make sure that will not be too big, and also make sure your track before you start tracking, your timeline should be at the beginning, to the start point of the video. If not, it will be tracking starting from your timeline, time indicator. So here, the time tracker. So make sure that you bring all the way from to the start, so beginning, so that the time indicator will be at front, and then make sure your tracking is starting from the beginning of the video, and then you bring your tracker. If you want it like green car, you can locate your track point here just like that. It is very easy. You can zoom in. So if you want it like the white car, you can on the white truck. that will be simply like that. So you locate it. But to technical thing is you don't go to the white box, solid white box just like that. That will be tough for the After Effects to track the point. So make sure that you have some contrast. So let's say I have this thing, the search bar is the right side is some like a dark, and then the left one is a white. So that will be some information that is contrast, so that AI, the After Effects AI can detect your car. So that will be much easier for it. So make sure that you locate just like that. Not to the green, solid green, that will be tough. So make sure some contrast involved on the search box. So that will be just like that. At the corner of it, I will capture just like that. And when I'm happy with it, you can scale it up and down, but I won't recommend to make it too big. That will be slow your the search process. So make sure that smaller, a little bit big enough, so that will be much better for your computer. So that will be just like that. Now the track point and search box, and we call it the feature size, is already set. So after that, I mean, nothing you don't have to do. I mean, make sure your indicator at the top. So what you will do is just press on the analyze forward. So click on it. So that will be start, I mean, capturing the motion of the truck. So that will be capturing. So it will, the time help will play all the way to the end. Once it finished, I mean, it will stop automatically. Now we have done the tracking. So what it does is, if you, I mean, open the arrow here, so we will have this like a track effect appear, and now we have this, all the keyframe, I mean, they are tracking all the way until the end. So after that, the second step you need to do is go to layer. So that will be, I mean, not the I mean, I would say that is a much standard procedure. So get the new no object, sorry, get the layer, new layer, and then no object. So this no object will be our copying all the track point to this no object. So to do that, I mean, you can simply just activate your no layer and then go back to your tracker. So here in tracker panel, we have edit target. Just now we are not setting the no object, but you can, before you doing that, you can do also, but after tracking you can come back to here. So click on that edit target and then select your no one. If you have no 1 2 3, I mean, you were like stacking here, but I have this no one, so select on it. So after that you click OK. So when you edit target is selected, you can click OK. After that you can apply. So meaning, I mean, whatever track point we did, that will be applying to our no object. So click on that or apply. So when the apply box appears, you have this X and Y, that will be, I mean, the 2D tracking. So if you want it like left and right only, you can choose the X only, but we want it like all the way to the top and moving thing, so I will choose it X and Y, and then I can click OK. So once you click OK, I mean, that is already all the X and Y value applying to our no object. So how you will know is select your no object, press P. So that will be how, I mean, on position. So all the track information is copied into that no object position. So once you have done it, what we can do is tracking is very simple. Before the call out, I mean, I was just simply like test typing it. Maybe this is a track. So if I have this tag, I mean, like I will be filling with white, and then I can click OK. So after that, this tracking, I mean, let's put it on the white bus here. After that, I will, I mean, go to the parent and link this pick whip, and then you click to the no one, and then click and lose it. I mean, so that will be linking like our text to the no. So when we play it back, I mean, that will be tracking our text to the past. So that is how to do the motion tracking. Now we have done the, I mean, the complete setup for the motion tracking, but just need to, I mean, animate the call out design. So I will leave it things just like that here. So we have done the things. So well, I will go back, I mean, we will go back to our call out idea. So before that, we can save it. So make sure you save the file, and then on the maybe somewhere, but I will keep it on desktop only. So you can save the file and then anywhere. So after that, I will save it. So in callout design, I mean, same thing. So in callout is the background, you know that is I mean, our only the viewing purpose only. So what I can do is I can delete the background. I don't need it. So I will start with the, I mean, turning off all the layer. So start from the bottom one. So that one is like tracking some like a digital thing. So we can, I mean, whatever color, whatever design you want it, you can do that. But what I will do is like maybe I will be like flickering some dot on our screen. So kind of that like I mean, futuristic thing. So press T. So that will appear our opacity, and then I want to flick it. So to make I mean, like on and off flickering. So you can, I mean, add the keyframe like a 0 to 100 and then 100 to 0. So you can set it. But in After Effects, we actually have this expression. So press Option on your keyboard and then like click on your stopwatch, opacity stopwatch. When you click it, so that expression box will appear. So you can type like a Word. So that is very powerful thing. So when you type it vocal, I mean you want to like on and off flicking those like the effects. So you can type it like, it will depends on you. I will type it like what if we put it like a 50, or and then maybe let's test it like 300. So let me play it back. What will it be? Now you can see the flickering. So that's kind of like a some tracking point started with the flickering. If too like the first, I mean that is too fast, I mean what you can do is you can decrease the front value. So that will be frequency. So I will like what if we put it 10. So let me play it back. I mean, so that will be now much better. So that way of the tracking thing. So after that, like I open in the next layer, so that will be some circle. So that will be our like I'm using the trim path. I mean I'll use the trim path and do the some like a rotating thing. So to do that, I will right click on that layer, create, and then create shapes on vector. I have been sharing for it, so you can delete the AI file, AI layer. So after that, go back to your this After Effects layer. So and then I mean what you will notice, open the content, you have this two path. I mean that is sometimes you will see they converted to stroke to the fill like a path thing. So what you can do is delete anything you don't want it. I mean if make sure that you see this thing is outside or inside, whatever path you don't want it, you can delete it. So just delete it, or maybe path 2, I delete it, and then now we have this path 1, but there should be a stroke. So to do that, what I can do is on the we have only fill, so go to your add menu here, right, and then add the stroke. So that will be adding a stroke for that. And then I mean you can turn off your this like a fill color here. So and then on the stroke color, I mean you can open the arrow and then click on that swatch box and then use your eyedropper. Just now we don't have this color guide, so I will go to the center of it, get the color guide, and then click OK like so. So after that we have done the stroke thing, and then increase your stroke width. So that will be somewhere like maybe 6. Let's test it. Too big, or maybe what if 4. So that is much enough. Okay, I have done the stroke setup. So after that, what I will add is simply on the group. So we will add the trim paths. So that is we want to like some rotating things. So that trim path, open it, and then make sure your time indicator from, and then get the end value, the end frame. So make sure that this end frame is we are going all the way to the maybe 1 second, and then starting from the 0. So when we play it back, what you will see is a step like a track, like those kind of trim path, some like animation thing. So that is stroke animation. So we have it, we can adjust it later, but we will set up first. So if you want it, you can easy ease, press F9. So that will be easy ease, and then you can play it back. So sort of thing. Now we have it. So, but definitely we will have some flick. That those like a flickering this. Start point. After that, maybe after 2 seconds, we will start. Appearing our callout. So that will be flickering, and then boom. So sort of thing. Okay. So after that, we will go to next layer. That will be our line that is appearing. So to do that, this line should be, we will have this flickering thing, and then we will have this line. Start going. Same thing to our line as well. That will be a trim path animation thing we will use. So same idea. Right click and then create shape from vector. So after that, you can delete the layer. From the AI layer. So you might be saying that, hey, why? We are building in Illustrator, but we are deleting all the AI file. But you will see that now. If you simple design, callout design might not be trouble for you. But if things are complicated, you will see that building in Illustrator will be really, really useful for you. So now I have done this one stroke. I don't have to do nothing. Just go to your add menu and then add trim paths. So that will be adding my trim paths effect. Open it up, make sure your time indicator F front, and then wherever you want it, just add the end frame, move it to the 1 second, and then after that you can decrease at the front. When you play back, you will start seeing that now my line is start animating here. So just like that. Okay, so After that, I mean, we won't be starting at two things just like that. Maybe we can offset it a little bit to the front, so that just like that. So there will be one circle appear, and then after that, I mean, our line is shooting out. So just like that. So we got it, and let's go continue. I mean, later we will stack it. I mean, whatever we want, we can stack it back. So all those will be here to the back. I mean, after one another. So I mean, this the blue box. I mean, animation can be different style, but I will show you how to use the track map. So to use the track map, I mean, I will just simply get the one solid layer here. So there should be a fill layer. So I will start from getting it from here. So I will simply cover enough of our blue box. So when I have it, this box, I mean, big enough. So once I have it, I will let it go. So that will be our track marks. So bring just top of the blue box layer. So that will be this one. So bring it top. So after that, what I will do is use the track map here. So alpha matte. If you don't see it, I mean, you at the bottom we have this expand or collapse thing. So you click it, you will see this track map here, alpha matte. So once you click it, I mean, now the white box appear automatically. So meaning that is they are shutting off your eyes, so that can be masking. So when you have the marks, I mean, now what you can do is on your blue, I mean, box layer. This is a blue layer. So press P, and then you can start animating that thing, and maybe this thing will be bring from the top. So make sure that you have this end frame. That will be our design. So move it a little bit forward and then bring to the top. I mean, so that will be just like that. Now we're not seeing, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's okay if you want to see it a little bit inside. So move it to the top. Now we have a mark, so that's why this is appearing. So we have done just like that. So once you have set it up, you can move it a little bit front and then play back, and that will be bring down from the top, just like that. And then press F9 and then easy ease. You can get it closer so that it will be faster. Boom. So just like that. So after that, I mean, same thing. We will continue to the top layer. So what will it be? This one will be this yellow box. So same thing. I mean, for the yellow boxes, also same technique. I will do that. So I mean, that will be a little bit offset to the back, one after another. So I will take the one more solid layer and then click and drag it to draw a one solid box just like that. And then make sure that will be just top, I mean, next top. We can be, I mean, two gap just like that in between. We don't have any layer, so make sure you're, I mean, stacking at the just top of your masking layer. So that will be just like that. And then I mean, what we can do is use the track matte, alpha matte, and then now we can start moving things. So what I will do is I will press P, same technique. So that will be from the bottom. So I will use this. I mean, make sure you can see that. So the yellow thing here, so that we can appear things here. So that will be our yellow box here. So this is the one, and then make sure you are aligning, I mean, all the marks, and then this one, if you don't see it, press plus so that you can zoom in. So after that, from the start point, okay, let's add the one keyframe here. So that will be end frame, push it a little bit back, and then after that you can start. That will be from the bottom, so that will be shooting out from the bottom, and then I will just like that, doom. So that is not much interesting, but when we combine it all, I mean, that will be more interesting. So press F9. So easy ease, and then when we play back, so now we got it. I mean, some like a call out design is happening. So after that, I mean, what I will do is adding a text. So here we have this three text. You will see that I combine all the text layer. So my point is I mean, the only one thing you have to know is for text, I mean, we can't like we can convert the text to text in After Effects, meaning you type it like keeping a text in Illustrator. That won't be keeping your text into our After Effects. So that is one thing you have to know. So what we can do is we have to retype it. If you want it, I mean, different animation style, but you want it like all the way, I mean, all the three text to be appear, doesn't, I mean, we don't have to retype it. But if you want it like one by one animation, that we will need to retype it. But I mean, it's good that we have a guide here, so we don't have to think of it, the alignment or whatever color. So that will be easier for us to build in Illustrator as well. So I will just simply type the motion. So that is my font. I mean, this is Helvetica, I use it, so I will choose the bold, and then I mean the size is maybe pretty little bit big enough, so just like that, and then I can align it. So this one, make sure you align this way, and then take the paragraph and then make sure that left alignment, because I will be using the tracking later effects. So that is, now we have this motion effect, and then after that I will continue to type the bottom one as well. Press Option key to copy it, or what you can do is just simply Command D. So Command D will be copying the text and then align it, and then after that that will be tracking. So what you can do is type the tracking. You can type it TRACKING, tracking. So that will be a little bit of the not bold, that will be regular. So this is the font, just like that. Then after that you can Command D, copy it, the next text, and then that is a call out idea. So you can type it and maybe call out idea. So after that the font should be really small one, so that will be bring it just like that. Now you have guide, so that you're more easier to type it and make a design. So now we have this guide just like that. Now we have done it, we can delete the AI layer. So delete it. Now we have all the individual text, we have set it up, so that will be black, and then just like that, select your text layer, go to this box, and then this is a swatch box here, so picker, and then choose the black color. So the top one is a bright blue. So what you can do is click on that picker and then choose the eyedropper. Anywhere you want to catch it, just click it, that color will be catch, applied to the text. So just like that, we have set it up the text. For the text we can animate a lot of way, but I will show you the simple text animator one. So that will be on motion. So this one I will shut it off everything. This motion will be some tracking animation things. To do that, open the text layer. So after that, go to animate, and then you can add this one like a tracking. So once you add the tracking, you have this track amount, so you can increase it. So when you increase it, because of the left alignment, so you can see that the character I'm stretching to the left. So make sure that you do that way. So if we enter 40, just like that, maybe what if we push it to the 60? So that will be just like that, and then we will set a keyframe here on the 60, get the end frame, and then that will be our 60, and then a little bit forward, that will be 0, back to 0, so that they come into the normal text, and then playback. If too short or too fast you want it, you can ease and then get closer to the keyframe here, just like that, and then boom. So that is a shoo. So that kind of the animation, we have it. The second one is the same thing. We will open the layer, so that is a tracking. Tracking should be, I will use the just now I show you the track mat. That is also the alphabet, really powerful. So you can play around different techniques on the text animator, but I will use the simple track mat also. So to do that, now we have already set the yellow box track mat. So I will search the yellow box here, so that will be this one. So that is a yellow box, the mark. So I will copy it, duplicate it, and then bring top to the tracking text here. So that is already enough covering our text. So when you have it, your track, the tracking text should be alphabet to the layer. So once you have it, what you can do is make sure the text align, and then on the text, press P, that will be position. So this one should be coming out from the left to right. So you will be getting one end frame, and then after that push it to inside, and then you can on this value, or you can drag it just like that, or if not, you can go to your view here. So just click and drag it. Holding a shift will be straightforward, so that will be just like that. That is my alphabet idea. So you can play around with any animation style just like that if you want it. Even you can go to your this graph editor, you can play around, but I will not go into that, so that will be too long. So I will play back just like that. So we have it, and then same thing to our next text. So that will be our callout idea, same idea. So the blue box, we have it, this marks. So I will duplicate it. Once I have it, bring it to the top. just stack it at the top of the text layer, and then make sure text should be alpha matte. Then once we have it, I mean, you have this text can be positioned. Now that will be, I mean, what if we will bring it this one also, make sure, what if we do the top to bottom, I mean, because there some different things. So move your end time indicator just like that, and then get the end frame, push it inside a little bit, and then that will be bring it out, I mean, so just like that, so not too far. So when we have it, I mean, we can zoom in a little bit, make it at the front, and then easy ease F9. So after that we can, I mean, we have this animation playback, so just like that. So I mean, now we have it, all the things are set it up. So now let me play back from the start. So that will be call out design setting up animation. So the flicker, the dot, and then some animation coming out. So let me play back again. If you want it, I mean, check the work area to be shortened, press N, and then that will be shorten your work area. So after that, just like that, I mean, now we have it. Now call out design is coming out. I mean, now you can see that there should be, I mean, the yellow and blue box appear, and the text should be at a little bit far behind. So what I will do is move this two text behind, this one a little bit behind. So the offsetting a little bit will be much nicer for your animation. Let's play back. So just like that, phew, then phew. So all the text, I mean, there's a G, bang, 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 and then there will be flickering, and then the stroke shooting, and then the text come out just like that. So when you play back, so when you are happy with the call out idea, I mean, you can play too many things. Even you can add glow or whatever effect you want it, you can add it. But I will stop that one. And then we will go back to our motion tracking. I mean, don't forget we are tracking that bus. So now we don't want the text. I mean, I can delete the track text. And then now what you can do is on the track motion tracking composition, I mean, you select your call out composition and drag into that like motion composition. So now we have, I mean, completed with the motion this design. So now what you can do is go to the, I mean, to front, I mean, to beginning of your video clip, and then select your position. I mean, now call out should be, I mean should be the nice position to your bus. So just like that here, maybe at the center of it. When we play back, I mean, now it's following, but now you are seeing that it is not following out. What you can do is the same thing. You choose your parent and link, I mean, so to the no object, same idea. So when you link it, I mean, that will be parenting to our node. So when we play back, that will be following to our truck, just like that. And then the call out appear, and then the text, just like that, guys. So I mean, pretty much about it, guys. I mean, that is not really tough thing, but if you are new to After Effects, hopefully that will be really, I mean, the resourceful for you. So if you like the tutorial or if you learn something, please make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel, Creative Learner YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook page as well, and then like our post and share it. And also we have this new Learn More Creative Instagram account. Make sure to you tag it or you follow our Instagram. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Hopefully I will see you in next tutorial.